Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Miska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central and welcome to What's the Meta, a series where we look at recent changes to certain heroes and how it affects how much they are played, but also heroes around them, counters and stuff like that. We have got a hell of a lot to get through, so we're going to go straight into it, starting with the tanks.
You know when heavy weather is forecast, but when it actually hits, it's so much worse than you thought it would be? Well, that's tanks currently in Overwatch meta. The recent changes have made it so much harder to kill and shut down the big beefy heroes of Overwatch. D.Va is a monster right now, not only being able to take a ton of damage to the face, but also to mitigate and eat up enemy fire with the defense matrix. If there's any hero we see dominating in ranked right now, it's her. The health buff and movement speed when shooting did a lot more than some people expected. Reinhardt is suffering with the damage coming in, as his shield lasts only a fraction of the amount of time that it used to last for. However, Reinhardt is still an important must-pick in a lot of situations. Reinhardt has even become a staple of control lineups in a weird sort of way, and he's more viable than he once was to some degree. Roadhog is the antagonist of the season. We've seen the flex players of Mendo, Shatter2k, and Taimu playing our Hogman in competitive matches, showing just how important and how strong he is right now with that kill potential. The fact that the Flare heroes that are so used to playing the likes of Genji and Reaper are now playing Roadhog just shows how much damage is being thrown around and how the tanks just seem to rise above it. Winston's viability is a curve the more you progress up the ranks. At much lower level he can be kinda tricky to play, especially in a main tank position, but he has a huge potential with the right lineup and the right support. Sari's reign of Queen meta has officially come to an end. Whilst she still is super strong and viable in the right hands, she's nowhere near the level she used to be at and has definitely seen a fall from grace. If you can play her well, then you'll continue to succeed, but if you're wanting to learn a much more impressionable hero, then give Sari a miss.
Now we're going to go over the offense heroes. Genji mains still are dotted around the meta and are able to do their jobs to some degree. Less of a must pick for DPS and kill confirming as he once was. And Genji's in a less stable position, but can still make the difference against certain compositions. Struggling against triple tanks and the likes though definitely stifles him and his playstyle. McCree was on a bit of a low, but will do alright this season. There's no doubt that he is still a good choice for hitscan, it's just that he's got strong competition coming from Soldier. Pharah is an interesting one, a hero that has received several changes and buffs yet is in a very similar spot to before. This is what happens when one of her main counters is buffed a lot and Pharah is buffed in an attempt to keep up with the meta. It definitely has worked to some degree, but Pharah mains will still have to work hard to make sure that their favourite off-meta hero does well. Reaper dominated the last meta and pretty much the entirety of Season 2. With the changes to Ana and Triple Tank being even stronger, Reaper will not have a very easy time tearing through it all. He's still a pretty good pick, but his game impact certainly is a lot lower than it was during last season. Soldier 76 is a killing machine right now and will continue to be throughout Season 3 unless some major changes happen. With higher damage and accuracy, there is very little that can stop him. He's near being a must-pick hero and will be the choice of hitscan most of the time. Rage, damage, accuracy and heal. A versatile hero that just has so much to offer. Sombra came into competitive play already towards the end of Season 2, but wasn't picked a whole lot due to her being so new. In the current Overwatch meta, she's not really a strong pick and is far from the type of hero you want to have on your side if you want to tear through these tanks. Not really a popular pick overall, and I have a very hard time seeing that changing without some massive changes coming through. Tracer is in a similar spot to Genji, struggling against tanks most of the time, but an experienced player with the right team could definitely make a difference. Whilst the pulse bomb doesn't kill tanks on its own, it's definitely a nice chunk of extra damage. Overall, Tracer's situation is unchanged since last time we checked in, but don't hesitate to pick her up when it seems appropriate.
Ana is the enabler and catalyst of this tank-heavy meta. She can easily keep people topped up with her rifle and heal grenade, as well as shut down the healing of key targets. With so much damage in play, it's a swift death for whoever gets grenaded. The nanoboost isn't as strong as it once was, but the healing output and focus healing that Ana has at her disposal makes her a must-pick in a lot of situations. Lucy is taking a little bit of a hit after some recent nerfs have gotten to him, but still manages to stay standing. Nothing can really knock Lucy out of the meta, and although you can get away with playing a Zenyatta or other supports in his place, he's still an incredibly strong pick that is wanted most of the time. The speed boost is just too good to ignore. With the huge amount of damage being thrown around, Mercy is a prime target to be shut down. Still lacking some essential survivability, Mercy is still a bit of a gamble. Whilst the 3 to 4 man reses, especially on tanks, can be game changing, it's too difficult to survive through the oncoming onslaught of beefy baddies. Still viable in the right hands of course, but in comparison to the other supports she really struggles. Symmetra of course has some major changes incoming, and we do feel her viability will improve with the said changes. She's a better pick and control for sure, but is going to struggle to move the likes of Ana, Lucio and Zenyatta. For now we're leaving this blank, but we're hoping to see Symmetra come back strong at some point. Zenyatta can be switched in for either Lucio or Ana. With the likes of Rodog and D.Va having a major presence in the meta though, his Discord really hampers their survivability, making Zenyatta a bit of a key pick sometimes.
With the defense heroes, it can generally be surmised that they are pretty much the off-meta picks they once were. Bastion, Hanzo, Junkrat and Torbjorn do have their uses, but it's just about knowing when and where to use them. Mei has come down in the meta since her ultimate nerf. Her ability to stall and shut down tanks is still there, but with the overall ult charge increase as well as her own ultimate charge increase, it's not as prevalent as it once was, but it's still okay. Widowmaker can be a strong pick in the right hands, and we're kinda happy where she is currently, and generally a lot of the old meta heroes are much more viable, but situation really dictates this kind of thing. We may do a video covering what sort of off-meta picks would be good and when, but do let us know in the comments below. That's it for this time, thank you very much for watching. Let us know if you agree or disagree with some of the analysis that we've given, and until next time, take care, we'll see you then.